This is the corrections video for the 24-25 checkpoint number 1. Okay. Remember, when you do corrections, you have to show all of your work. Your paper should look like my paper. So you should have all of your work shown, because that was the expectation, was that all work would be shown for every problem. Okay, so let's get these corrected. Number 1, the table shows the number of snow cones sold at a shop on each of 3 days. The answer, snow cones, the day, Friday, 273, Saturday, 123, and Sunday, 305. Which answer choice is the best estimate of the total number of snow cones? So this tells me I'm estimating. And if you remember from our lesson on estimation, you have to round before you add. So let's go ahead and round these numbers. But let's see. Our answers are all rounded, are hundreds. They're all hundreds. So that tells me I'm going to round my numbers to the hundreds. So I'm going to round 273 to the nearest hundred. So it's either going to be 200 or 300. So I can look at this and go, oh, I see that it's closer to 300, but I can also use our rule. Mark your place, look next door, 5 or more, add 1 more. So 7 is more than 5, so my 2 becomes a 3, and the zeros follow. 123, mark my place, look next door. A 2 is less than 5, so my 1 stays the same, and zeros follow. Marking my place, looking next door. At that 0, that's less than 5, so my 3 stays the same, and zeros follow. Then I have to add. 300 plus 100 is 400, plus 300 more is 700. B is the correct answer. Okay, let's look at number 2. Last month, the school store sold 107 t-shirts and 88 sweatshirts. How many more t-shirts were sold than sweatshirts? Okay, so my question is, how many more t-shirts were sold than sweatshirts? So how many more? It tells me I'm going to subtract. I'm going to have to compare these numbers by subtracting. So 107 minus 88. How many more sweatshirts? Okay, 7 minus 8. More on the floor, I have to go next door. Okay, so I can't take from 10 from 0. But in this case, I can think that this is 10 100s because I don't have any hundreds here, right? I can think that this is 10 100s. So I'm going to use the 10 100s. I'm going to take 1 100 and turn it into 9 10s and 1 10. And I brought that 1 10 over here and broke it up into 10 ones. So 17 minus 8 is 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. So my answer is 19. I'm going to work this again for you. 107 minus 88. And this time I'm going to go through all the digits. More on the floor, I have to go next door. I can't borrow from here, so I'm going to take this one and turn it into a 0. And now I have 10 10s. Now I can borrow from that 10 10s and turn that into a 9, and I'm going to turn this into a 17. And so 17 minus 8 is 9, and 9 minus 8 is not 9, 1. Okay. Maybe that was a little more clear. April does not remember the product of 8 times 9. Which of the following is another way she could find the product of 8 times 9? This is using the distributive property. Okay? And we learned this back in September, a couple several weeks ago. The sum tells me I'm adding. So the sum of 8 times 1 and 9. Wait, rewind. What is 8 times 9? What is that value? How much is that? Well, let's count by, 8 nines. Let's count by nines. And 8 nines, okay? So we have 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. So the answer I'm looking for is 72. I'm just going to put this out here and circle it so I know what I'm looking for. Now let's go back to our answer choices. Okay, 8 times 1 is 8 because 8 ones is 8 plus 9 ones. 9 times 1 is 9, which is 17. So A is not it. B is the sum of 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. 3 nines, 9, 18, 27. Plus this 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. Put down my 5 and carry my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. That's 35. That's not it. 4 times 9 and 4. The sum of 4 times 9 and 4 times 9. Okay? So 4 times 9 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 30, 36. 36 plus 36. 6 plus 6 is 2. Is 12. Sorry. Carry my 1. 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 1 more is 7. Oh, this one is 72. I'm going to put a dot there just in case. Then I have the sum of 8 times 4 and 9. 8 times 4, 8, 16, 24, 32. Plus 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry my 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. It's not that. So the answer is C. Okay, if you wanted to sit here and draw arrays for each one of your, each one of these. If you want to draw arrays, you could do that. Okay. If I draw out this array, it might help you remember when we learned this, when we did the 4 groups of 9 plus 4 groups of 9 equals 8 groups of 9. Maybe that rings a little bit of a bell. Maybe that helps trigger a memory. Okay, let's turn the page. This one was confusing for several of my friends, so let's get down a little closer. Okay? All right. Cassandra used all the balloons in 11 packages to decorate for a party. There were 6 balloons in each package. Half of the balloons in each package were red. Question is, which equation can be used to find the total number of red balloons Cassandra used? Okay, so let's think about this and let's draw it. We've read it, now let's draw it. Cassandra used all the balloons in 11 packages. Okay, so I'm going to draw 11 packages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I have 11 packages. And then it says there were 6 balloons in each package. Okay, so I'm going to put 6 balloons inside of each package. This looks like multiplication to me because I have 11 groups of 6. And I want to know how many balloons were used, right? I'm wanting to know how many balloons were used in total, how many red balloons were used in total, right? So I'm going to have to multiply to get started. So can I eliminate any of these answer choices? I have 11 times 6 minus 3. Well, that's multiplication. This one has multiplication. This one doesn't have multiplication. I think I can mark it out. And this one has multiplication. Okay. But then the next sentence says half of the balloons in each package were red. And if I'm going to take and divide something in half, if I'm going to divide these 2 pins in half, I'm going to put them in 2 groups. Well, that's dividing, right? If I move it into equal groups, I'm dividing. And I'm dividing into half. So which one of these now says that it's divided in half? Well, this says 11 times 6 minus 3. That's not dividing. This one says 11 times 6 divided by 2. And this one says 11 times 6 divided by 3. Well, I know that I have to divide in 2 to get halves. So G is the correct answer. Okay, we're going to turn the page. Number 5 says that Victor bought 36 eggs at a grocery store. The eggs were in cartons with 12 eggs in each carton. Which model best represents the number of cartons of eggs that Victor bought? Okay, I'm looking at my models, and I see that I need a total of 36 eggs. This is my total. And the eggs are in cartons with 12 eggs in each carton. I'm trying to figure out how many groups I need. Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going to look at A. And in A, I see one group right here and another group right here. They're not equal groups. And this carton of eggs has, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know that 4 times 6 is 24, and these are all marked out, so that means those are gone. So this one just has 24 that he bought. And that doesn't match how many I have total there. Okay. This one, I see that there's 3 equal groups, and I see that there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Each group has 12 in it, so those are equal groups. Okay. And 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. There's a total of 36 eggs here. Okay, well, that number matches that. There are 12 eggs in each carton. Let me keep looking and make sure there's not a better choice. This one has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But then there's this whole group here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 times 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 30. 36. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Well, this one has 36 plus 12. That's 48 eggs. Because 36 plus 12. 6 plus 2 equals 8. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Okay, so that's not it. That has too many eggs. This one is equal groups. And it's 3 equal groups. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm just making sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. 10, 20, 30. This one has 30. There is only one model that even shows 36 eggs. Only one. So it's the only one that it can be. Because he bought 36 eggs and there's 12 eggs in each carton. There's 36 eggs here and there's 12 eggs in each carton. So this is the only choice you can answer. Okay. Gerardo bought 3 packages of mint gum and 2 packages of bubble gum. Each package had 8 pieces of gum. How many pieces of gum did Gerardo buy? Okay. First, I'm going to circle my numbers here. 3 packages and 2 packages. Well, since they're both packages, they can be put together because he went to the store and he got 3 mints. Let me see. Let me draw this better for you. I like this better. Okay, these are mint. And these are bubble gum. I'm going to put BG for bubble gum. Okay, so how many packages do we buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 packages. 3 plus 2 is 5. Each package has 8 pieces. I'm going to put 8 pieces in each one of these. Oh, now this is looking like something I know. And then my question is, how many pieces did he buy? How many pieces of gum are here? Well, I have 5 groups of 8. If I count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well, he has 40 pieces of gum. Okay. Now the next one says select 2 different ways to decompose 94,305. I'm going to draw me a little place value chart right here. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my number in here. 94305. So this is the one I'm trying to match. This tells me I have 9 10,000s. So I'm going to put a 9 in the 10,000s place, 4 in the thousands place, 3 in the hundreds place, and 5 in the ones place. And I know if there's any places empty, I have to put a 0. These numbers match. So A is one option. Okay. Then this one tells me I have 90,000. So that's going to go here. 4,000. 30. So the 30 goes here. And 5 ones. And there's a 0 here because there's nothing there. This number doesn't match, so that's not it. Okay, then it says I have 9 10,000s, okay, 4 thousands, okay, 3 hundreds right here, 5 ones, and a 0 goes here. Does this one match this? 9 4 3 0 5. That one matches. We're going to check these other ones just to make sure because you never know. This says I have 9,000 and 4,000. Well, then I have to add those together, right? 9 and 4 is 13. So that means I have 13,000s, 305 ones. Well, that doesn't match because that would be 1 10,000, right? Because I would bundle that 10 and move it over. So that's not it. And then this one says I have 94,000. So 94,000 plus 30 plus 5. Okay, that one's not it. A and C are the correct answer choices. Number 8. The table below shows the number of each kind of magazine sold in a store during 1 month. Here's our magazine sold, which kind of magazine it is, and how many are sold. The question is, which list shows the kinds of magazines in order from greatest to least? So I'm going to go from big to small. So I'm looking for the biggest number first. So I'm going to use this little piece of paper I have right here, and I'm going to cover up. In my thousands place, I have 2 1s and 2 2s. So I know it's not going to be fashion or news because I'm looking for the biggest number. Then I'm going to look at my hundreds place, and entertainment has 1 and sports has a 100. So I have to go to my tens place. Okay, my tens place, I have a 1 and an 8 on these numbers. Well, 8 is bigger, so I know that sports is going to come first. So I'm going to go ahead and do some elimination. I know that this fashion one and this fashion one can't be it. Okay, so we know that this is first. Okay, we're going to go back and start again. We're on this number, right? Well, that's the second one because these both have 1s. So this one's second. So I'm looking for sports entertainment. Oh, this one has sports entertainment. Sports fashion. That's not it. It has to be F. Let's make sure fashion and news are in the right order. Okay, fashion, news are the same. Oh, fashion has, look, 5 more than news. So fashion will be third. Fashion, news. Okay? Oh, sorry, y'all. So we have to go through each one of those and make sure we have the right order. The expanded notation of a number is shown. Oh, expanded notation, I gotta write a place value chart. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. This tells me I have 3 10,000s. So I'm gonna put my 3 here. 8 hundreds, 2 tens, 6 ones. Okay, this spot is empty, so it gets a 0. So I'm looking for the number 30,826. 38,000, that's 38,000. 3,800. Remember that comma makes you say 1,000. 30,826. D is the answer. Okay, this one, the list shows 3 clues about a number. The number is greater than 85,629, but less than 88,231. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my number line so I can think. So it's gonna be between these two numbers. So 85,629 on this side and 88,231 on this side. Okay? Now I can start thinking. Then the last one says the number has a digit greater than 6 in the hundreds place. 88,165. Well, it's going to come before here, but then it says because 88,165 is less than 231. See, 165 and 231. So it's going to come early. But this says the number has a digit greater than 6 in the hundreds place. So I'm looking at my hundreds place, and that's 1. And that digit's not greater than 6, so it can't be that. Okay, the next one says 85,625. Well, 85,000, those are the same. So I'm looking at 625 and 629. Well, it's going to come down here. It's smaller than that, so that's not it. 88,930. 88,000, but 930 is going to come down here, so it's not going to be that one. Let's double check this one. 87,720. Well, 87,000 is going to be between 85,000 and 88,000, so it's going to come in here on the number line somewhere. And then it has to have a number, has a digit greater than 6 in the hundreds place. Well, here's my hundreds place, and 7 is definitely bigger than 6. So J is your answer. This one got you guys, and I don't know why, but we'll look at it. Mr. Neufeld grew a vegetable garden last year. The list below shows the number of 3 vegetables he grew. 718 onions, 374 potatoes, 187 cucumbers. Which expression shows the best way to estimate the difference between the number of potatoes and the number of cucumbers? So I'm looking at potatoes and cucumbers. I'm going to mark onions out. I don't even know to look at that number, okay? Potatoes and cucumbers. And it tells me that I'm estimating, so that means I'm doing some rounding. And difference, ooh, we talked about that word just the other day. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem, so that means I'm looking for a subtraction problem between potatoes and cucumbers. We've already marked out the onions, okay? So since I know I'm looking for a difference, I can automatically get rid of this question and this question, okay? Now I can think about rounding. If I round 374 to the nearest 100, well, there's a 7 in the tens place, so that's going to make this 400. And if I round 187 cucumbers to the nearest 100, I have to round that to 200 because there's an 8 in the tens place. Ready? More. Mark your place and go next door. More 5 or greater, add 1 more. Well, 8 is greater than 5, so that would have to be 200. Do I have a 400 minus 200? No, that's a 100. That wouldn't be right. Let's see if we round it to the nearest 10. So I'm looking at my place, the 7, looking next door. That's smaller than 5. So this is going to be 370 rounded to the nearest 10. 187 rounded to the nearest 10 is going to be 190. Okay, do I have that? Yes, I do right here. You have to be careful on that one because that kind of tricked you. And you have to remember that the difference, if it says difference, you're subtracting. Roger has 2 boxes of nails. One box has 438 in it. The other box has 375. How many nails does Roger have in these 2 boxes? Well, this is straight addition. So 438 plus 375. 8 plus 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Put down your 3, carrying my 1. 7 plus 3 is 10. Plus 1 more is 11. 3 plus 4 is 7. Plus 1 more is 8. 813. Find the one that matches it and circle it. Okay. Number 13. A group of 64 children and 24 adults will travel to a zoo in vans. There will be 8 people in each van. How many vans will be needed to take the trip to the zoo? Okay, so I'm going to think of these as all one group of people. And to do that, I have to add 64 plus 24. 4 plus 4 is 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay, so I have a total of 88 people are going, but I got to put them in vans. And there has to be 8 people in each van. So that is dividing. So 88 divided by groups of 8. Well, I could skip count. 8, 16, 24, 32. Let's count some more. 40, 48, 56. I'm no singer. 64, 72. Now we're getting through 80, 88. Oh, look, there it is right there, 88. How many 8s is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 88 divided by 8 is 11. You would need 11 vans to take all of those people to the zoo. Okay, Rebecca planted 21 flowers in her garden. She planted the flowers in 3 rows with the same number of flowers in each row. How many flowers did she plant in each row? Well, you could have thought she has a total. Oh, this looks like one of these problems. She has a total of 21. We know that she has 3 groups because she has 3 rows. I don't know the each, and since I have the total, that means I'm dividing. And I could have written the equation 21 divided by 3 equals, and then I could have skip counted by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and saw that I had 7 3s. That's one way you could have solved it. If you needed to draw out the picture, you could have said, I know I'm going to have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and I need a total of 21 flowers. So I'm going to keep putting them into rows until I get to 21. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, how many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She planted 7 flowers in each row. Okay, let's look at number 15. Samantha, Gordon, and Diego each brought an ice chest to a picnic. The weight of Samantha's ice chest was 83 pounds. The weight of Gordon's ice chest was 28 pounds. And the weight of Diego's ice chest was 37 pounds. Here's my question. What is the difference difference tells me I'm subtracting, in pounds between the weight of Samantha's ice chest and the combined, oh, that tells me I'm going to add something, weight of Gordon and Diego's ice chest. So I have to add Gordon and Diego first. That's what that tells me. I'm combining Gordon and Diego's ice chest. So Gordon was 28 pounds and Diego's was 37. So I have to add those first. 8 plus 7 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 1 more is 6. Okay. Remember that in addition, you can add in any order, but when we subtract, we can only subtract the top from the bottom. Okay, so I have 65. Their combined weight is 65, but I can't stop there because the question is, what is the difference in pounds between Samantha and this combined weight? So Samantha's was 83 minus their combined weight of 65. Okay, 3 minus 5. I can't do that. I have to go next door and borrow. I'm taking that 10 and bringing it over here. So now I have 13 minus 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is 8. And then 7 minus 6 is 1. So I'm looking for 18 because it's an 18-pound difference. Okay, and that was the end. So when you have all those corrected, go ahead and turn them back in for me, okay? And I'll get your grade fixed. Make sure you've shown all of your work. All of the work has to be shown.